Well, folks, Texas has spoken. And we're on the right track. By exercising one of the most precious rights, the citizens of our state have sent a very clear message with their votes. That they are optimistic about the future of our country, and they believe that Texas is headed in the right direction. Today's results affirm what we all know about Texas voters. And they don't take their decisions lightly. And they're far more likely to base their decision on real-life issues like good jobs, safe neighborhoods, accountable schools for their kids. They know that the answer to the challenges of their daily lives won't be solved by bigger government and all of that it entails. And Texans aren't alone in that regard. All across the country, in precinct after precinct, the wave of dissatisfaction has been building for nearly 2 years. And it crested tonight in the form of conservatives winning offices and champions of big government are cleaning out their desk right now. You know, in the weeks and the months leading up to this election, we heard a lot about enthusiasm gaps and anti-incumbent sentiment. You and I both know that voters are more insightful than that. The issue at hand is not how long a person's been in office, but how hard they work to limit the size and the reach of government. And I might add, the respect that they have for the citizens of this state and of this nation. America is still the land of the free and the home of the brave. And freedom still matters greatly in a very personal way to all the people across this country. Our citizens are tired of big government raising their taxes and cooking up new ways to micromanage their lives. Our citizens are tired of big government killing jobs with their do-gooder policies that has nothing to do with either science or economics. In short, the people are fed up. And they voted their values. They voted their values to restore our country, to get our government to be of the people, by the people, and for the people. And in that regard, Texas has kind of got a leg up on the rest of the country, General. Because of the work that we've done together to keep government in its proper balance. And there is a reason that our economy continues to lead the nation. And it's not just because the good Lord happened to place a lot of oil and gas under our land. Texas leads the nation because we have maintained 4 basic principles of governance. And I'll bet every one of you in here can say them with me now. First, we don't spend all the money. That's right. And we prepared for the rainy day. Second, we created a predictable regulatory environment so that employers know what to expect from one quarter to the next. Third, we reformed our legal system to cut down on those frivolous lawsuits so that employers and doctors don't spend all their time at the courthouse. And fourth, we increased the accountability in our schools so that young Texans are getting the education that they need to compete in this global economy. That approach sets the table for hard-working Texans to apply themselves and their legendary work ethic to developing products, creating jobs, and attracting investment. That approach has established our state as the nation's top job creator and an example for the rest of the nation. When the outcomes of this election or certified. I believe that we'll see the conservative presence substantially in the Texas House and the Texas Senate. And with those individuals, we can maintain this forward progress that we're making and do what's right for Texas. You know, with conservative gains in Washington, I am genuinely optimistic that we're one day closer to seeing fiscally conservative approaches applied at the national level as well. And I want to challenge those new faces in Washington to play above their pay grade. I want them to press for change sooner rather than later. I want them to get in there and really go to work. And here in Texas, I encourage all of our legislators, both our veterans and our substantial first-timers, to get ready, because January is bearing down on us. Things are better here than they are almost anywhere else in the country, but we got our work cut out for us. When the 82nd legislature gavels in January, we need to be ready to make some tough decisions, balance our budget, fund our state's essential priorities, obviously all without raising taxes. I want our legislators and our leadership to know that I am committed to the team effort that it's going to take to make that happen. You know, it seems like years ago when we kicked off this campaign and we continued this conversation with Texans, because that's what this really is all about. It's about the conversation that we've had with Texans, just like you all in this audience. As I've traveled the state, listening to their concerns, my abiding faith in the folks who are blessed to be called Texans has grown even stronger. And no matter where you are in the great state of Texas tonight, between the high plains and to the west, to the piney woods to the east, to the panhandle up in the north, to the valley down south, I'm honored to have won the privilege of your vote and your support tonight. Thank you. I love you, brother. Outside of loving my wife and my two great children, I don't have a greater honor in my life than serving as your governor. And I am more determined than ever to stand up for you, whether it's against that intrusive federal government or the gloom and doomers who think that raising your taxes is the only way to balance our budget. I'm going to stand up to them, and they're going to hear no coming out of us when they try to do that. Texas is capable of so much more. And I want to ask the rest of the team to come out here. This is a group of men and women who I am truly blessed to have working with me. David Dewhurst, Greg Abbott, Susan Cohn, Jerry Patterson, Todd Staples. What an awesome piece of bunch of it. Mike McCall, you big star. Porter, Eva, Ehrman, Steve Ministeri. Let me tell you, this is a great team. How about a big applause for this bunch of Oh, man. And as I said when I first took this stage, I am truly the most blessed man in the world to be married to truly the most wonderful woman in the world and two fabulous children. I want to ask my family to come out here and you all can tell them thank you for the sacrifices that they have made. My son Griffin, our new daughter-in-law Meredith. Thank you, brother. Love you. So let's move forward tonight. We may be a little bit tired from a good fight, but as my wife introduced me so many times out on the campaign trail, Doc, she said she loves a man who grins when he fights. And I'm grinning tonight. I'm grinning for a lot of reasons. Partly because we won a fabulous victory tonight for Texas. But because our work is now in front of us. And we have a great opportunity not only to take this country back, to change it and head it in a direction that we all can be proud of. And I want to thank the team that has worked so hard to make tonight a possibility. And I want to send a special note of gratitude to the greatest, most powerful grassroots organization in the history of our state. Thank you all for what you have done. You're awesome. It has been your passionate engagement all across this state. These numbers tonight are because of what you have done, because of your love of this state, because of your passion for what you believe in. It has been your engagement in this process that has rewritten the book on the political process. So let's stay connected on Facebook. Get out your Twitter so we can tweet a little bit to each other. If you're fed up, text 95613 in that phone right now. We'll keep you tuned in. The fact is, we're going to continue this movement that we have started in restoring traditional American values and nudging our nation in the right direction. God bless you, and through you, may God continue to bless the great state.